Hello, all my football friends out there. This is Buckeye Vinny coming to you today. Today's segment, and I feel that a lot of people are going to like this. Today's segment is going to be about Ohio high school football. And I know from my previous videos, I do have a lot of supporters that do like my high school football segments. And so this is why I'm going to do it today. There's one thing, my friends, to win 2 or 3 or 4 state championships in the school's history. But there's another thing to do it consecutive times. I am going to break down the powerhouses in Ohio, the state of Ohio, and I'm going to break them down to the high school teams that have won it 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, and that's right, my friends. Check it out. We do have high school teams out there that have won it 5 consecutive times in a row. A tremendous feat for any division or high school team to do. First of all, we're going to start with Cincinnati Moeller Crusaders. A phenomenal history of football in Cincinnati. This school was coached by legendary Jerry Faust back in the early 60s all the way to 1980. We all know what a winner Jerry Faust was. This is a team that took the crown numerous times in their heyday. But this is a team that has did it back in 1975, 1976, and 1977, folks. The Cincinnati Moeller Crusaders, a phenomenal team. And even to this day, they still put up a very, very good fight. They're still very competitive, and you got to remember they are playing D1 football, which is the best of the best in Ohio. Moving on, we have Cincinnati LaSalle. We all know them. This is a team that just 2019 beat Massillon Tigers, which I predicted they would, to win another state title. Cincinnati LaSalle took the title 3 years consecutive. 2014, 2015, and 2016. 3-time in a row state champions. What more can you say about Cincinnati LaSalle? A phenomenal football team and a lot of talent in Cincinnati also. Moving on, not too far from my neck of the woods, Youngstown Ursuline Fighting Irish. We all remember in their heyday what a football team and coaches they had. Youngstown Ursuline took this title in 2008, 2009, and 2010. A phenomenal team back then. Lately, they've been struggling a little bit with their football, and let's be honest with the enrollment. But looking back, they were the best of the best, not just in Youngstown, but in the state. Moving on, we are going to cover Delvos St. John's. Delvos St. John's, this was a very peculiar team because this was a team that was, when it came to rankings, they weren't the biggest school in Ohio. They basically played their football from lower division. But let me tell you, this team could compete with any division, folks, and I mean that. Delvos St. John's took the championships in 1997, 98, and 99. The trifecta for them, and another very talented team there with Delvos St. John's. Moving on, we have Archbishop Hoban. We all remember them. Phenomenal football team. They took the title in 4 consecutive seasons. 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. A remarkable run for Archbishop Hoban. Loaded with talent. A lot of those kids obviously are college prospects, D1. But just because you have all the talent in the world does not mean you are going to win state. You need great talent, which they had, but you also need great coaching, which they do have. That coaching staff over there has done a phenomenal job in the history of Archbishop Hoban football. Moving on, we have Newark Catholic. This is another team. Very small private school, but they could get the job done. Now, it's ironic because what I'm going to state is their 4 consecutive state titles came in the 80s. 1984, 1985, 1986, and 1987. And that is the year I graduated from high school, my friends out there. It was 1987. So yes, I do remember this school, Newark Catholic. A phenomenal, phenomenal football team. A lot of talent over there and a lot of great coaches over there. Moving on, we're going to be talking about Marion Stein Local. This is another team, a very small school, but let me tell you, these kids can get the job done. Marion Stein Local won 4 consecutive state titles in their school history. 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014. A phenomenal run by Marion Stein Local, and you also have to remember this. Marion Stein Local has 11 state championships under their belt in the history of the school. But again, I'm just doing consecutive ones. But again, folks, I wanted to throw a shout out to Marion Stein Local. 11 state titles in their history of the school. Moving on, we're going to cover Coldwater. They won the championship in 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015. Another school there that was basically always Division 4, Division 5, but this school could get it done. I believe lately they ended up having to move to Division 6 football because the enrollment being down, but it doesn't matter, my friends. This Coldwater team could compete with anybody, and I repeat, anybody out there. And to round out the best of the best in Ohio football, high school football that is, would be Cleveland St. Ignatius Wildcats, coached by none other than Chuck Kyle, a class act over there. 11 state titles in the history of that school. 11, yes, they did tie Marion Stein Local with the most. But St. Ignatius took the crown 5 consecutive years in a row. A phenomenal feat that personally I do not think will ever be done again. St. Ignatius took it in 1991, 1992, 1993, 1994, and yes, 1995. This team, phenomenal team again. I said coached by Chuck Kyle, a class act on and off the field. And this was a team that, yes, again, sent a lot of players to the NFL, folks, was Cleveland St. Ignatius. I hope everybody enjoyed this segment. I know I did. Please, my friends out there, please continue to subscribe. You know it's free. Hit the like button if you like this video. Please, my friends out there, I love when you comment. I want your opinion. Like I said, I know I have quite a bit of high school followers. So if you do have some time, please comment. But again, please subscribe. Peace out. God bless. Until the next segment, have a great day.